it's Billy Rude from 58 Magazine, and thank you for watching my new series about the esoteric symbolism in storytelling. And in this video, I will talk about the illuminating revelation of the hidden forces which are at the work behind the scenes of all wars and the symbolism behind war films. And I will also share practical suggestions as what we all can do now to help stop the present conflicts.
I'm traveling through this world of woe, yet there's no sickness, toil, nor danger in that bright land to which I go. I'm going there to see my Father. I'm going there no more to roam. I'm only going over Jordan. I'm only going over home.
First woe. In the First World War was fought out on the physical plane. The Second Woe. The Second World War. We are beginning to find out that all mankind are brothers and are each other's keepers. For that which hurts one hurts all, and that which benefits one benefits all, as we are clearly shown in each war.
I am done being at peace in his game. District 12, District 2, we have no fight. Except the one the Capitol gave us. Why are you fighting the rebels? Your neighbors. Your family. We all have one enemy, and that's Snow. He corrupts everyone and everything. He turns the best of us against each other. Stop killing for him!
In the second woe is the testing and cleansing and proving of the ideals and teachings of the religious and moral world and their natural consequences in the industrial, political, and social fabric of the nations. And Jesus, in describing the second woe, said, "And then shall many be offended, and shall betray one another, and shall hate one another, and many false prophets shall arise, and shall deceive many. And because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold. But he that shall endure until the end, the same shall be saved." Just as the physical war reached down into and altered the foundations of the Society of Nations, so shall the coming mental war reach down to and alter the very foundations on which our liberty of thought and our freedom of religious expressions are based. We may say that the war drama must be again fought out, but now in the mental world, with thoughts, arguments, and ideals as weapons.
I am not your enemy, Diana. I am the only one who truly knows you, and who truly knows them as you now do. They have always been and always will be weak, cruel, selfish, and capable of the greatest horrors. All these years I have struggled alone, whispering into their ears ideas, inspiration for formulas, weapons. But I don't make them use them. They start these wars on their own. All I do is orchestrate an armistice I know they cannot keep in the hope they will destroy themselves. But it has never been enough. Until you.
Unless we should so far forget the principles of liberty of thought and freedom of religious expression upon which this country was founded, as to permit physical conflict. And the old false conception was but the separating of the mother love from the masculine intellect, from the conception that each man must be a law unto himself and create for himself material wealth and comforts and strive selfishly to enjoy them alone. All this is being conceived and born of the new great outpouring of the Divine Mother Force. And the battles of this physical world were fought out on the physical plane with physical weapons, but the true battle of Armageddon must be fought first upon the astral plane with thoughts and psychic forces for weapons. The conflict now raging being but a pouring out of the evil and a gathering together of the forces of good for the final battle on the higher planes. And this battle has already begun. This is the time of adjustment, of chaos. It must bring about a readjustment of political, social, industrial, educational, and financial organizations and methods looking toward greater cooperation, freedom of exchange, and uniform administration of justice between organizations, classes, and nations. There will be a tendency to go to extremes, to pull down all established institutions just because they were established under the old regime. As is always the case before equilibrium is attained, the pendulum of popular opinion will tend to swing to the opposite extreme. Ignorance and blind obedience through compulsion, when driven to desperation by lack of sympathy and understanding, ever tends to end its sufferings by plunging into an orgy of so-called liberty, which uncontrolled quickly becomes licensed to express its selfishness, greed, and animal lusts in horrors of injustice, tyranny, cruelty, and bloodshed quite as frightful as those against which it revolted. The world today has broken out with the most malignant virus. The cause is selfishness, pride, and lust for power. The radical cure for the world is to become self-aware of their own selfishness and fear and ignorance in the mind.
The war's over. We'll enter that sweet period where everyone agrees not to repeat the recent horrors. Of course, we're fickle, stupid beings with poor memories and a great gift for self-destruction. Although who knows, maybe this time we'll learn.
Sir, they've been planning it for months. They want you to attack. Read the letter.
Major,
Yes, sir.
stand them down.
Yes, sir.
Call up the orderlies, tend the wounded. Hold the line in case they counter.
Yes, sir.
This period must necessarily be somewhat extensive, since time must be given within it for the trying out of all the new conceptions presented as a solution of the conflict, for testing all the new standards of thought and conduct, the weeding out of the false from the true, and the beginning of the establishment of the practical manifestations of real brotherhood among man and woman and nations.
There is only one way this war ends. Last man standing.
All this will not be accomplished except through much intolerance, conflict, tribulation, and bitter woe. This transition will be marked by tremendous disasters precipitated upon the physical plane. These can be wars, unusual earthquakes, cyclones, hurricanes, volcanic eruptions, and meteoric showers and floods. The more or less severity of battle will be how Mother Nature defeats and swallows up the old, so a new, purified land shall rise out of the waters for the new earth, for the new sixth great race to inhabit.
It has to be me. I could save today, you could save the world. I wish we had more time.
What are you saying?
I love you.
You're wrong about them. It's about what you believe. And I believe in love.
And the victors will remain as the seed of the new race to prepare the new land, the new Lemuria. And remember, those who tolerate injustice is creating injustice within themselves. So in order for outer manifestation of peace in the world, we must teach and learn to have permanent inner peace. Our hearts must respond, not the warlike lower mind. These outer and inner conflicts continue until man's resistance to the mystical are swallowed up, and out of the waters of affliction there shall arise a new and greater humanity.
Someday I'll explain it to you. Why they came. Why they won't ever go away. But I'll tell you how I survive it. I make a list in my head of all the good things I've seen someone do. Every little thing I can remember. It's like a game. I do it over and over. Gets a little tedious after all these years, but there are much worse games to play.
With true brotherhood, love, peace, harmony, and cooperation, the time has now come when the accumulated mass of old race karma must be met and conquered so that humanity can enter upon the next stage of evolution.
Okay, it's okay, Doc.
Come on, Doc.
You're safe.
Are you wounded?
No.
Let's get this soldier to a hospital tent right now.
It is even proven as this whole solar system has gone astray and is trailing off away from its path around the great sun Alcyone in the Pleiades, toward the constellation Andromeda in the Milky Way. And these astronomical confirmations are a fact that we have entered the evolution of this new sixth subrace. We must all come be ready to battle with sword in hand, and the weapons are thoughts of love and purity and such positive spiritual force that it will surround and transmute the impure forces like the white warrior cells in the blood meeting an invasion of disease and germs in the body. Do not deny the evil, but surround and transmit the evil into good.
Most of these men don't believe the same way you do. But they believe so much. and how much you believe. And what you did on that ridge is nothing short of a miracle. And they want a piece of it. And they're not gonna go up there without you.
I used to want to save the world, to end war and bring peace to mankind. But then I glimpsed the darkness that lives within their light, and learned that inside every one of them, there will always be both. A choice each must make for themselves, something no hero will ever defeat. And now I know that only love can truly save the world.
We're waiting, sir.
Waiting for what?
Private Das to finish praying for us, sir.
Private Das is praying for you. Who the hell is Private Das?
Let's go to work.
Remember, by any negative thought, you open a door in your aura of protection through which disease can enter. Lay down all thoughts of hatred and revenge, or be overcome by the hosts of evil thought forms in your aura. This earnest and conscious work creates warriors, which lead humanity and possibly save the planet from further destruction. And will you enlist in this great undertaking with me to devote your life, your love, to the solving of the greatest problem humanity has ever had? To create peace and harmony out of the present day confusion and war and illuminate the hearts of all mankind? Join me in my weekly meditations and enlist in unity, purpose, and peace. Add to the concentration of minds and hearts to create currents of force generated by creative positive thought, aspirations, and the love, the willpower of unity, so it can rain down upon the hearts and minds of humanity with exhilarating power and inspire others into similar action. It is with this reverse effort which will create a new world and a new humanity. For in silence, the future is created. And thank you for watching. And please don't forget to subscribe to future videos and join my Patreon for exclusive content to empower your life.